One of the things I wanted to ask, because a lot of the creators, come from the content first, platform first, get their data from the platform. But, if you look at the sort of the traditional sports, it is ticketing based and data based, and you're analyzing that. Was there a case of sort of seeing what best practices you could bring from the NBA, from the league level that what's our data look like? What do we know about our customer? How do we own that data? Is that something that's like, again, another opportunity to better know your audience to make better decisions, all those different bets you want to make?
Yeah, and the way I think about it, we think about it, is the more information you have, the better decisions you can make. We want to know what markets should we go to for our tour, and where do our fans want to see us? We want to know, what products do they want from us, and how can we help develop them? And so, I think sometimes people get scared off by the term data, but ultimately it's just information for us to better deliver on what our audience wants. And we want to be as smart as anyone in terms of our audience and what we can deliver, and don't want to be spending time and resources on things that our audience doesn't want. And so that's the lens through which I view the importance of data. But I also do think it is, if you think about our experiences or our offerings, we do want to put our audience or our fans at the center and think, okay, if this person comes to us and says, I really like outdoors content, they should have a different interaction with the Dude Perfect ecosystem. That maybe, Bass Pro Shops is a great partner of ours. Maybe they want to see more of our integrations with Bass Pro Shops, or maybe there's a different product line that we want to introduce to them than if they're coming to us via golf content, and where there's a different set of partners or products or experiences that we want to put in front of that audience. So I do think having that as the whole Dude Perfect ecosystem fit together with the fan at the center is someplace we'd like to get to. We're not quite there yet. Honestly, I don't think that many sports teams or leagues are there yet.
Yeah.
It's not easy, but I think that's a journey we're certainly starting now.
One of the attractiveness of having that, large, connected, engaged audience is having brands come to you and say, Andrew, we want to reach that audience. It's an audience that we have trouble reaching with. What are the steps that you take? Because it's, someone could always come with a big bag of cash, but you're also got to protect your fan base, your consumers. What are some of the things that you do to sort of, I guess, sense check those brands, but then also make sure that it is an authentic integration?
Yeah, I mean, we're fortunate in that we can be very selective in the brands that we work with, and they're all very authentic brands that we use, products that we use, food that we eat, and most of our deals start with a love of the content and a relationship. We have a very high value audience. 70% of our audience is 34 and under, very high or above average income, really, parents and kids, like very attractive audience for brands. And so when we're having conversations with brands, it's often less about exactly how much audience are we going to deliver, and it's more about how do we create an authentic, deeply integrated experience that resonates for your brand, that solves whatever problem your brand is trying to solve, and one that makes sense for us.